Hello, this is John Keogh again talking about the human rights violation brought on to me by the United States and how in 2008 they stole hundreds of books and CDs out of 11 Arthur Street, Coolidge property, Coolidge West Side, Binghamton, New York. 100% complicit, and they were 100% in knowledge of what was going on. Right now I want to bring your attention to Guangzhou, China, and what happened to me in 2005, and what that was to do. I had solicitation by foreign nationals for recreational drug use beginning in October 2005 on the weekends, along with picking up women regularly, which on a regular basis, which for me was out of the norm. And these two things together were part of a plan to use these behaviors, which are not at all criminal in any nature except for the recreational drug use these to cultivate a sense of guilt and shame by 2006 February, when these weapon systems that I refer to, the Dennis Kucinich Bill, H.R. 2977, as well as some other reports that I refer to on my blog and in my videos. These weapon systems are used to set up and arrange thefts. And these thefts were all concentrated around the expiration date of my student visa, and my apartment was entered. My student visa was changed from the 15th of February to the 28th or 7th of February. My passport validity ended on the 26th of August, so that change basically made it impossible for me to have 6 months of validity of my passport because of the alteration of my student visa. So when I went to renew it, I didn't have the 6 months. But let's go back to the guilt. What they did was they engineered that, and when the thefts were all concentrated around that date and involved two different groups of people inviting me out, getting me out, and it also involved my trustees not sending me money, so that even though I sensed something was going on in the people in and around my social group, by this time I was isolated. I didn't have money, and one lure to get me out to this going away party for Einar, who was a Icelander, was that I had no money, and a Turkish gentleman by the name of Anda said, I can lend you 400 renminbi, which is about $50 US. Another lure to get me out was Einar knocking on my door and saying, I'm going to knock on your door, stating, I'm going to come to your house and you're going to please help me buy a teapot. You know this, and then after we'll go together to the party, because I'm going away and I want to buy something that represents Chinese culture, and you know something about that. So, and that was when, that night, they had arranged for my laptop to be stolen when a female guest in my apartment drugged tea that I was drinking when I went to the bathroom, and I fell stone cold asleep and didn't wake up until 2 in the afternoon, and that was probably around 5 or 6 in the morning. And then the second theft happened 2 days later when a DJ Travis, I don't know his last name, he's Canadian, his father is a pilot for, I don't know which, he's from Vancouver, and he invited me out, and this is when the other thefts occurred. And they occurred after, he was the link and chain to get me out. And the thefts occurred when I met a woman that I had dated once before, and they used her to put her in my presence where I was at the time. And this situation and the solicitation of picking up women regularly, as well as recreational drug use and partying on the weekends, was used on both sides of the Pacific Ocean in America, my family, and the people in and around Xinjiang, where I lived, cultivated a sense of guilt and shame that was to